Every Thanksgiving, we tell stories of grateful colonists, of pilgrims who arrived in 1620, who made peace with indigenous peoples, who survived their first harvest, who celebrated a 3-day feast. That's the story that America remembers. But 33 years earlier, a different group of English colonists tried the same thing. This group arrived too late to plant, murdered their indigenous allies. They faced the largest drought in 800 years. They never had a harvest. And unlike Plymouth, which became the foundation of America's Thanksgiving mythology, these 117 people vanished without a trace. No bodies, no graves, no descendants claiming their story.
Welcome, stranger.
Secret society.
Strangers. Society.
Welcome to the secret society.
Strangers?
I'm Lee, that's Josh, that's Jen, and this is the Secret Society of Strangers.
What it do?
Hello, strangers.
All right. Welcome back, strangers. This is the Secret Society of Strangers podcast, the podcast where we explore history's strange and unexplained events, the dark and often misunderstood figures and beliefs and people behind them. If that sounds like your kind of podcast or something you would listen to, make sure you click that follow button right now and leave a 5-star review wherever you're listening. Today, we are covering the Lost Colony of Roanoke.
Yeah. Some missing people. And
For those of you who are already familiar, you know that this is a legend literally from the beginning of our history as a country. So it has withstand the test of time. For those of you who don't know, it's the story of 117 English colonists who arrived at Roanoke, supposedly had been there for about 3 years. And when their search party came back to find them, there was no trace of them, even though they had inscribed on a post exactly where they should have been. Archaeologists, 400 and some odd year later, we're still trying to figure it out. So if anyone has any insight on these missing people, you know what to do.
Yeah, drop a tip.
all these archaeologists trying to figure it all out. And then we've got like 600 different shows on Discovery Channel about the lost city of Roanoke and what
And everyone has an answer, right? Everyone's got the answer.
I'm just waiting for like that specific Ancient Aliens episode to talk about like, the aliens
cooked them, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I mean, I'm sure they
the first Thanksgiving was haunted or something.
Surely they've done an episode. Surely.
I'm sure. And if
there
is and someone's listening, let us know.
Yeah.
I'm down to watch that episode.
I mean, really,
it wasn't aliens.
It's primed for them to believe. It's proof of that.
Yeah, because I mean, if you put ancient astronaut theorists believe in front of anything,
that the Lost Colony of Roanoke was lost due to alien intervention. All right. So before we get into the serious part of this, I have a few little updates.
I was being serious.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to offend.
That's awkward.
Awkward. Well, I have a few announcements that I think may be a little bit important to the podcast. So first up, we are streamlining / defining our content. So we will be covering things strictly in the realm of like high strangeness and dark reality. So unsolved murders with like paranormal elements or disappearances that violate physics, lore. So things like Krampus, but not things like Mothman. We'll be covering like Elizabeth Bathory still. I plan to do Rasputin and like all these real figures. Cults, all that stuff will still fall within our main feed. All those other fun topics are not lost. They will be going to a beefed up and more put together side quest. So we will be taking that side quest feed and kind of transforming it into a more cryptid, alien, poltergeisty time travel feed. like the straight up fun stuff. We're doing this. I think we can all agree that it's a little jolting to be listening to one podcast 1 week about, a nice random aircraft intervention in the early 1900s and then turn into a bloodbath of bodies in cellars. So figure kind of give people an idea of what to expect. Other than that, you may notice if you are a YouTube watcher, we're going to be deprioritizing our video feed to focus more on our audio quality, just give everyone a little bit more bandwidth to actually do better, not more. That's about it. If you guys have anything to add to that.
No, it was some pretty solid fall cleanup.
Yep.
Sweet. Should say at the top, I'm not exactly sure when people will be listening to this, so Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, or I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. You guys ready?
Always.
Yes.
I expect both of you to give me answers for exactly where these people went by the end of this.
Oh,
Got it.
I already
Got
told you,
it.
aliens.
I already know. Okay.
I was so serious at the top.
I've been waiting to
Precious.
drop this bombshell
Oh.
on the podcast.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So let me first tell you who these colonists actually were, because it is a little bit important to the overall story. In 1587, 119 people arrived at Roanoke. This included 85 men, 17 women, 11 children, and 2 babies. So this was a ship comprised of families. These were people intending on starting a new life. They weren't coming to invade. They were coming to basically plant seeds in the new world.
In
Cliche.
more ways than one.
Yeah.
Speaking of seeds, Virginia Dare was the first American baby born of English descent on American soil. So she's the first seed, right?
Oh, yeah. Shout outs Virginia Dare.
So that's why it's important to point out that demographic, because finding remains of women and children from this period would be definitive proof that this is at least someone from this group of people, the original colonists of Roanoke. We haven't found that yet. Spoiler alert.
Oh, no. That's it. Pack it up.
All right. So this is what they walked into, basically. Before they even got to American shores, they were doomed. The English have not been doing a great PR job right now. They had already sent a group of people there. I just did air quotations if you're listening, because it's more of like a armada. It was a band of just soldiers ready to just take over whatever they could, scout the land, and, do what the English did.
Yeah, colonizing.
There you go. So this was a expedition headed up by Ralph Lane in 1585. They landed, they did their thing, and by mid-July in 1585, 3 weeks into their presence, one of the knights, I don't know what they were, his name is Sir Richard Greenville. I guess that's a knight, right?
That's definitely a knight, yeah.
Right, okay. This knight decided that he couldn't find a silver cup. Oh no, where'd my cup go?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Instantly blamed the natives.
Because that makes a bunch of sense.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So he blamed the people of Assacog village, which are native to the area they landed in. That chief was like, oh, you guys are going to blame us on some shit I don't know about? Like, I'm getting my people out of here. So he immediately started evacuating women and children.
Smart,
Yeah.
super smart.
Right? I mean,
But all this over a cup?
There's nothing yet. It's just he's just anticipating, like this guy, like it's like your neighbor comes to you drunk, screaming about like your hose is laying on the yard, and like you're just like, oh man, this is gonna be way bigger than it needs to be. Like I should just send the wife and kids to the back of the house, and then get this drunk guy off my lawn. And that's exactly what this chief was thinking. Except the drunk guy was armed and had an army behind him, so he decided to burn down the village. So he burned all their corn, he burned all their housing, basically destroyed any kind of food supplies they had at the time.
What a big dick. What the fuck this
And
guy? Dude.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious, like the time, like how long did they look for this cup before they went like the midday
Yeah, like was
auction,
it in
you
like
know,
a whole?
I don't
I
think it
mean,
was very long. I don't have
yeah, me
exact
neither.
timelines, but everything. So, for people listening, everything in this story is in a very short timeline. Like I do jump, but even when that timeline starts, events are happening very quickly. So this whole cup incident happens 3 weeks after they land on shore. So I'm sure it wasn't another 3 weeks before they started burning things down. I'm
It
guaranteed.
was literally that afternoon.
Yeah, I guarantee. Didn't even have time to like actually look for a cup.
He just knew that his cup was missing and
Yeah.
had to have been
Yeah.
the natives.
Yeah, it was definitely an overreaction.
No,
Ralph Lane, who headed up the expedition, was there.
Off-brown
and
Ralph Lauren.
right? He wrote down in his journal, they burnt and spoiled the corn and town, and all the people fled. And now, when I was talking about this earlier with the crew, I had said flayed because I was reading the Old English version
Ah.
of fled, which I did not recognize.
I thought they were out here just flaying
yeah,
people, with
yeah,
like
yeah.
skinning
Yeah.
people. I was like, yo, all of this over a cup, my
This is
guy. You have
slightly
some
better,
other
yeah.
deep-seated issues.
This is
Yes,
good
yes.
news.
I had
This
to
is
I had
good
to double check on that. I did a little bit more and found out that that's the exact translation, and I can't read Old English.
But that's fair.
No,
It's Old
not-
English. I get
yeah,
it.
not easy.
Ye Old English.
So Lane was even reported later saying that Greenville showed intolerable pride and insatiable ambition. So yeah, this cup was missing for like 5 minutes, and this dude was like, "Get him."
He was just looking for an excuse.
Yeah, basically. So I mean, in shorthand,
Probably like knocked off the table and rolled under his bed or
That's
some shit
what
like that.
That's what I'm saying. I just imagine like Bob finds the cup like a day.
it's
or
one
two
of those
later. He's
situations where the
like,
cup
"Oh,
probably never even made it.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Like he's digging
Yeah.
through his shit, like I could have sworn I brought that cup, and like some guy is sitting back in the tavern in England and he's like, "Oh shit, Fred left his cup."
Yo, fuck yeah, Fred's cup.
Sir Fred, sorry, what was his name? I forgot. It was Sir Richard, Sir Dick.
Sir
got his
Dick.
cup.
Yo, I got Dick's cup.
yeah."
Dick's in the cup.
Not in the box.
All right. Well, if that wasn't bad enough, the real atrocity came in 1586 with the assassination of Chief Wingham. He was he was a cautious ally at this point. His brother supported the English, and his father figure advocated for cooperation. English diseases killed them both. So he's like,
Be wary of
he's very
blankets.
touch and go. Yeah, no smallpox blankets here. Well, there probably were plenty, and that's why everyone started dying.
Yeah.
But that just sucks. Like, you're gotta worry about these guys killing you because of a cup, but also like because they sneezed on you.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, because like you think about it, like they haven't been exposed to like the other things.
No,
Like they're very isolated in their bubble at this time.
yeah, I would imagine though, like, yeah, 100% true. They're not exposed to anything. But even sailors coming off a ship back to like wherever they came from, like the conditions on a ship after that time are so
horrible.
rank.
Very bad.
Like
yeah.
they're bringing back all kinds of shit no matter where they go. So yeah,
Scurvy is the least of your worry.
a fresh virgin population. Yeah, like I couldn't imagine.
Petri dish instantly.
Ooh. Well, with all the death of his tribe basically dying to disease from the colonists, Wingham decided to put together a resistance. He stopped cooperating, stopped giving any supplies at this point, and Wingina changed his name to Pimpamsi, which means the one who watches. And by the spring of 1586, he had organized the resistance. He withdrew all his support and food, and at this point is when Lane got tipped off. He found out through another indigenous person named Skiku, which was the son of a king who Lane had imprisoned. So Lane's out here already like imprisoning indigenous royalty, like, and
what a
holding them
dick.
hostage for information. So he
Chief
finds out.
Pimpan better get him.
Yeah, he finds out about this whole indigenous rebellion resistance kind of thing, he decides that he needs to set up a meeting to see what's going on. So on June 1st, he decides to set up this meeting. He has the leaders of a bunch of the tribes come. So he has 7 chiefs come to this meeting. And basically, he does it in the guise that he's going to set up some kind of resolution or apology or explanation for what's going on. And just like everyone I see is shaking their heads, it is a trap.
Clearly a trap.
Yeah.
It is the Red Wedding pre-Red Wedding.
It was an ambush. And on the words, Christ our victory, Lane shot the chief through the chest.
Damn, Chief Pimpan down?
Down, then it hops up. So he hops right back up after getting shot in the chest, turns around, tries to run away, of course, because you're getting shot at.
Yeah, no shit. He's like, yo, getting shot in the chest was not fun. Nope, I'm not going to do it.
Getting shot in the ass. So he gets shot in the ass by a Irish boy, sorry, that's all we know. This Irish boy shot him in the ass. But 2 men chase him into the woods, Edward Nugent and Thomas Harriet. They catch him. They decapitate him. And Nugent brings his head back to the town.
Excessive force.
Yeah, this is all so far not any kind of act of like peace treaties or any. This is all terrorism.
Yeah, this is all the opposite of peace treaties. Beheading Chief Pimpan. No, get out of here.
Yeah, just so fucked up. Like all this guy wanted to do was like survive. Like it wasn't even like I want to fight you. I just want to not die.
Yeah, like why are we even doing this? Please stop. I will get you another cup.
Now that the block is extremely hot, Lane decides that it's time to get out of here. So a week later, he leaves with most of his crew. They leave 15 men behind. Just, I guess, to leave a presence. I don't know what 15 men are going to do, but he does it. Mainland tribes kill them almost instantly. Like as soon as they see the boat like out of the distance, these men are dead.
I'm not sad about that.
No, I don't think many people are. So this is setting up what these 119 colonists are pulling up to. So when they pull up to the shores of Roanoke, they are literally met with the bones of those 15 men.
And so they probably don't even know because they've been traveling for Lord knows how long.
They do know. No, they know about these attacks. Before? Yep, because Lane is already back in England. So this now we're taking traveling time. Like all the traveling time in between and time to set up the expedition and back and forth.
They just set themselves up. Like obviously they're coming into such peaceful negotiations, such a peaceful time. Like obviously the natives are gonna be so happy to see them.
Yeah, right. I can't wait. They heard all this good things about them. Their friends were so friendly. We want more.
Yeah.
That's not even the worst of it. The Native Americans being there and coming for these people as soon as they step foot on their shores are not the worst part. Because, of course, more, great Western colonization, Spain has already claimed all of America. So from Florida to Canada is Spanish territory. And they know the English are there. So they are not going to have it. They have already shown that they don't want anybody there. They have attacked French colonists already. So on September 20th, 1565, Spanish forces attacked and killed 150 to 100 and 250 French colonists.
God dang.
Weeks later, at a place called Matandes Inlet, 111 Frenchmen were executed after being promised safe passage.
Yo, that's super fucked up. How are you going to tell somebody, be like, hey, man, no, it's cool. You can come through here and then instantly just kill them?
No, this time is like we think the Wild West was lawless. Yeah, like exactly. This is there is
the ocean is no law.
Nope. And then on October 12th, John Ribault and 134 more were massacred after surrendering under flag of truce.
Jeez.
So we're at like 400 plus dead Frenchmen.
Yo, at some point they would stop falling for the whole like, hey, they're gonna let us like live if we surrender thing.
You would think, like, but I guess like people still do.
Fooled me
I wouldn't
once,
believe it
right?
now.
Yeah, no, absolutely the fuck not.
I've seen footage of it now where, like, drone footage where they're surrendering basically, and drone doesn't hear them or something, and that's it.
Convenient. The drone didn't hear you, but the pigeon on the telephone wire can take my facial recognition.
Birds are not real. So all these men, all these people were killed under the guise of that they were all evil Luciferians, so it was all justified by the church.
Hail Satan.
Nope. After King Philip heard about it, he wrote a written response, and his written response was, "As to those he has killed, he has done well." End of quote.
Yo, good job for killing.
Yep. That the inlet that's now named Martinez Inlet is named after this, and because in Spanish that means slaughter.
Oh, it's fitting.
Yep. So it's still named
Slaughter
after-
Inlet.
Yep. Like, it's really crazy that we name shit after like some stuff like that. Like, yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna. That's the thing we'll remember it about. I'm sure a bunch of like good shit happened there, but we'll remember it for all the people that died.
Yeah. Treaty Bay of 1783 or some shit like that. But no, Slaughter Inlet.
I mean, it sounds cooler. I mean, if you
It
look
does
at
sound
the edge,
cooler.
right? All right. Well, all of this stuff, all this prehistory, the Roanoke colonists knew about before pulling up to the shores. So they were like somewhat ready for a not wonderful experience landing in the new land.
I bet you they all thought, oh, I could change them. It's
I know,
fine.
right? I'm like,
It's just like one of those girls. Oh, don't worry, I could change him.
Like we laugh and like you say it like that, but I guarantee there's a good number of them that were just looking at the Bible and were like, all they need is this.
Yeah. 100%.
I just need to explain this to them, and then we'll be fine. Yeah. So on June 1588, Captain Vincent Gonzalez sailed from North Agustin to find these people. So I forgot to mention, right now Spain has like a headhunting mission out for colonists. Like, they are actively searching, and this just jumps a little bit forward to explain that, like, Spain has been looking for them even after the Roanoke colonists disappeared. I don't really go back to Spain again, so I just want to point that out there, that they are like confirmed to have gone to the island after the Roanoke colonists have been there, and report that no one was there. We'll talk a little bit more when we get like to the theories and stuff about that. Now, like I said, 119 people are supposed to be arriving at Chesapeake Bay. Now, that's super important because that's not Roanoke Island.
Not at all. Not one bit.
It's a better harbor. It has zero history of violence, and it's where they are expected to be landing. Simon Fernandez is the pilot, and he refuses to take them there.
What?
Now, we can talk about this a little bit because there's a few reasons or hypotheses why this captain decided just not to take him to the designated spot.
At what point did they find out that they were not going to Chesapeake Bay?
I'm sure once they were there, I'm sure it's like, this is not
Roanoke Island. Yeah.
Yeah, like like, oh, it feels good to be in Chesapeake Bay, and it's just
This
like,
doesn't look like it
indigenous-
at all.
Roanoke. oh shit. But so first theory is purely greed. The captain was a privateer, which is basically a legalized pirate. So he had plans to drop these people off and then go continue the Spanish raiding season before the hurricane season hit. So it's convenient for him to drop them off here and just go instead of trying to get to Chesapeake and then out and go. That's one theory. Theory 2 is a little bit more interesting. So theory 2 is straight up sabotage. There's a theory that he is a Spanish agent.
I was about to say, I bet you somebody from like
Okay.
the Spanish Empire paid
They
him
paid more
because they're
yeah.
looking for colonists.
Yeah.
So he is Portuguese,
Mm.
and they don't know for sure, but with that descent, they were assuming maybe someone got in his ear and paid him more to basically strand these people in the worst situation possible.
I like that theory. That's plausible.
I do too. Definitely plausible. So the third theory is technically just spite and personal hatred. So Fernandez and White had personal beef. They just did not get along. So it's totally plausible that like this expedition just was not going well. And by like almost being there, Fernandez was like, you know what?
He's like,
Chesapeake
I'm gonna
is not
pull
happening,
this ship
guys.
over.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull
Right
this
now.
ship over.
Exactly. And I can see how like they can both kind of lead to 2 and 3 being possible theories like together. Like, oh, I did hear that I could get some money for like dropping these people off, and this guy is an asshole. So, but just another thing stacked against these people right off the bat. Like I said, when they pulled up, 15 skeletons, wrong place. The attempt to set up like they, do what colonists did.
Just brush
Yeah.
past the
they have to-
skeletons.
They have to, their
Yeah.
goal is
They're committed.
Yeah, their goal is to set up, and they literally cannot waste any time. They pull up, and it's already late June.
Yeah,
July,
you can't plan
sorry.
nothing.
Yeah, like July.
Yeah, it's late July. Sorry, not June. Yeah, and there's no time to plant anything. Forget like clear land to plant something.
Yeah, you're on like a coastal island. Like, good luck planting anything in the first place.
Yep. So they do what?
That was always my question. I was like, was this smart anyway?
No,
You
it's
know?
a
No,
bad.
no.
It's
Everything is
terrible
from the
location.
outset. Yeah, I was always kind of.
No, well, I mean, again, we don't
Okay.
100% feel sorry.
No, no.
But yeah, it's bad on top of bad on top of bad. So they're doing what they can. Fishing, crabbing, obviously being probably the easiest thing to attempt right off the bat. So George Howe, one of the colonists, is going fishing by himself, which is wild to think that like you're this far away from home, the history, and you're like, yeah, travel into the woods by myself. Bye, guys.
Never saw him again.
Yeah, because he
Right.
ended up with 16 arrows and a crushed skull.
I mean,
Ugh.
he's like the original horror movie victim. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
And in that moment, in fact, he was not right back.
No, not at all. Yeah, so the indigenous tribes literally saw him on site, didn't ask any questions, and took him
Because
out.
history told them not to bother asking questions.
Yeah.
And of course, White now panicked, seeing that like, oh, like we can't go anywhere, but also thinking like he has to prove to his flock that they can protect themselves, that they're safe, whatever. So he decides to lead an attack, a counterattack, basically, and on August 9th, goes to lead that attack. They're gone. The indigenous tribe left. They were like, yeah, we're not even need to fight you. You guys are going to die on your own. Obviously not too happy about that. White decides to keep a few men spying on this spot. And at this time, they have one set of allies, which are the Croatoan people. Again, they're cautiously allied. They're not super friendly, but they're not shooting on sight.
It's like they tolerate him.
Yep,
pretty much.
yep.
Right.
And like I mentioned up top in this, right now, this whole area, so every one of these indigenous tribes, the colonists, the Spanish, are all dealing with the worst drought they have ever seen. Everybody's supplies are short at this point. So the Croatoan people decide, well, all these people just left this settlement. Let's go in. We can salvage some of their crops that they didn't take, some of the stuff they couldn't carry so far. We'll take it back. Now, this is just a group of families, women, children, men going to basically raid an empty settlement. White's men see this and attack them all, killing them all, basically alienating themselves completely now.
Oh, 100%. You have no friends.
Yeah. He actually, the head Mateo of the Croatoans, has been to England twice already and is a baptized man. So he is sympathetic to the colonists until this happens.
Okay.
Like, he really is like not trying to make things worse, was willing to maybe try to like do what he could to get them through the winter until this point.
Mhm.
And now obviously
Yeah.
White and crew are,
Fucked.
you said it, they have no idea what to do. Like I said, too late to plant. They have no allies. They're in the wrong place. Basically, they all push White to go back to England. That's their only option, is you got to go back. You got to get supplies. We will do everything we can to survive as long as we can, but you got to get there and back, bro. Like, Sev's run super quick. That doesn't happen.
Well, yeah, no, because it takes like what 600 million years to cross the ocean in a sailboat.
Yeah. So first off, he's super hesitant. He doesn't want to do this. What were you gonna say, Jen?
I was just, how did he, like, how did he even have an option to get back? Did they have a ship or something that was planned, or like, I'm trying to envision how this happened, because you're not.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's not like he could have like.
And you didn't have a post office, so you couldn't mail a letter. You know what I mean? I'm trying to like.
Uber.
How did anybody know he wanted to be picked up and taken home for a minute?
Oh, he has to like, figure this out and like get another privateer and like plan this whole thing. So he
So
gets
I'm just picturing him like on the beach, scouring, looking for a boat, and then builds a big fire. So I have no idea.
Like,
yeah, I don't know
England.
how exactly like the communications are happening amongst groups.
Sorry, I'm just curious.
So he departs with a small crew.
I'd be like,
it doesn't say
with
exactly
you, I
how-
volunteer.
Yeah, for real.
I'm out.
I said, fuck this. I'm done.
No, it is interesting. I don't know what ship he did take back. He finally does get back.
Yeah. I just don't know the logistics of
Yeah. The whole
pre-colonial maritime.
I know. I'm just like,
that whole in between, like from land to land, is I can't compute. I can't fathom what it was like in the 16th century to get on a ship and just go into the open ocean.
Yeah, no, like it's
I don't wanna
terrifying as
do it
is.
now.
Yeah, I don't want to do it now at all.
If you've ever been on a cruise ship or even
Oh.
like a small fishing ship at night and you're not within sight of the main land,
It's so dark.
that feeling is insane.
And then it's just black abyss beneath you.
Yeah, and I was on a floating city. These people are on
A toothpick.
creaky wood that like is leaking probably at every freaking second. They're probably constantly tarring the inside of the boat. I don't know. That's horrifying.
Yeah, no.
Brave
thanks.
people, right? I guess, or stupid.
Love that for them.
All right, so it takes 3 years for White to return.
That's
You
such
know
a long
why?
time.
Yeah. Again, if there was something like bad luck or like fate was against a group of people, it's this group of people.
100%. You guys were cursed from the rib.
Yeah. So in September of 1587, White arrives in Ireland, and then by October he's back in England.
Sounds like he's just been fucking around.
Yeah, just chilling, eating some
Just
fish
going
and
on
chips
holiday.
in Ireland, hanging out, little Guinness here, whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was supposed to go back with
something.
supplies. That's what's been nagging me.
He knew when he left, those people were cooked. I'm sorry.
If
No
it
way.
wasn't his like family, if his immediate family wasn't there, so it's his daughter, his son-in-law, and his granddaughter. Like, I believe he cares about them. Do I believe that like he really believes by the time he turns around, even if it is immediately, everyone's gonna be alive? He's probably hoping against hope, right? Like
3 years though. That's such a long time though.
That just shows like the audacity, like of the white man.
That's so much. No, this is the 1600s equivalent of I'm gonna go get cigarettes.
I mean, it's just like we're gonna come in because we want to, and just take everybody out
Elitist, yeah.
inadvertently with disease and on purpose, just because
We're the
Yeah.
worst.
you live
Well,
here.
it's that elitist, like, and like
and
the like cockiness of like, yeah, I can hop on a boat and go back and forth, no problem. It'll take a couple of days. I'll be back. Like, yeah.
But then
he-
also to just have that so set in your mind that you've left your family. Well, you brought them over here and you already knew that it was a disaster. But then you're like, I better go back and I'm gonna leave my close family here. No, you have to know that this is a terrible idea. I can't imagine like being just that pompous that you just think that we're
I
so
don't-
amazing that
I
they're going to
can't
make it.
imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine he.
Otherwise,
had-
you'd have them on the boat with you
I don't know.
and
Like, what do
abandon
you do?
this.
He just gets there. He's like, "Yo, this is not what the brochure said. This is actually
That-
way
right,
worse
that's
than
what I
what
mean.
everybody's. This is way worse than what the reviews have said. So I need to go back and get shit."
I
But
just don't
do you
know.
see what I'm saying?
Oh,
Would you
100%.
leave
Like,
your
I don't-
family at that point? I mean, that just to me, just the like bravado, just something, just
I
delusional.
think, though,
Maybe
he
it's
was
just
also
delusion.
pressured. Like, he was
But-
really also pressured by the
Yeah.
rest of the colonists to be like, hey, big guy, your idea, your ship, like you headed up this expedition or whatever.
I
Do something,
guess.
save us.
Yeah, save us, dick.
I- Shit, you couldn't have kept me off that boat. Going back with it.
I don't know. It's I could have just imagined like that first meal when you got back, like after like almost dying.
I
and be
feel
like,
so guilty.
I was gonna say the shame meal.
leaving children
I don't know. He probably was like, this is
saying this.
really good blood pudding.
My own grandchildren, no less.
Ugh.
Like,
Yeah.
I love this fish and chips. This is great. I wonder what they're eating. Dirt.
Basically, certain like
Arrows
crab-
to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't imagine it was like for them. And no, it's fine. It's fine. But
just,
2 weeks
like-
before he even got back, England was gearing up for war. Like they were, Queen Elizabeth was ready to go. She had issued what they call a stay of shipping, which means every single ship that has ties to England is now a naval ship and belongs to the Royal Army.
Oh yeah.
So White's got no
Nobody has
ship.
their own shit.
Yeah.
Everybody else's shit is the Queen's.
Nope. So he's stuck for this time period until he can hopefully win a war. His whole country has to win a war first
And
before
this
he
is
can get a ship.
a war with the Spanish, right?
Yep. Oh
To get
yeah.
people to get a reference.
Yeah. The Spanish Armada is already on its way. In July through August 1588 is the greatest naval battle in history between the Spanish Armada and the English. The English survive barely, so like limping back with probably few ships. White now is able to start petitioning and starting to try to pay privateers to get him back to America. I feel like it's
But
such a bad
everybody's just
idea.
but then everybody's just like, "Yo, dude, we just came back from getting our ass kicked. I'm not going anywhere for a hot second."
Nope. So he has a hard time, probably just because exactly that reason. He has a hard time like getting a crew, getting a ship. He finally gets what they call a pennant, which is a small ship. I don't know how small compared to all these ships are probably pretty small. So in May 1588, he sails from England, finally leaving back to America. Help is on the way, dear. Help is on the
Yeah.
way.
Just picture him like right up at the front where the mast is, and he's just like, "I'm coming."
He made it
Out
to
into
Morocco.
the ocean.
Yeah.
He made it to Morocco, and French pirates attacked and literally killed 24 people and
Oh.
stole all the supplies.
Oh, so they
And-
finally learned from Spanish.
White was shot in the ass.
What the hell is he going down to Morocco though? That's the wrong direction.
So he can only get privateer ships. So these people these are pirates like doing business where he's just like, oh, I guess I'll come
Business.
around, I'll come for the ride. So he had to deal with them going to Morocco, trying to pirate.
It's like when you ride share with somebody and then they have like six different stops.
Yep.
You're like, dude, I'm trying to get to this meeting.
No, that's why you don't ride share. Yeah, it's like he's at the whim of these pirates. So he's back in England actually now. He limps back to England too after basically his last attempt failed miserably.
Dang. I didn't remember that part.
Yeah, so he tried. He finally again is able to collect enough money and I guess enough people to go back over. This time he actually gets across the Atlantic. He reaches Roanoke Island on August 18th, which is Virginia Deer's 3rd birthday. To no one, empty land, shore, quiet, crickets, just that lapping of the Atlantic Ocean.
It's terrifying
of the
and
Roanoke
peaceful at the same
shore.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? If under other circumstances, this is ideal. I got the best spot on the beach, but nope, no one's there now. He actually finds, and this is part of this entire mystery. So when he left, the plan was set up as best you can. They started setting up little houses and like a little community, right? The plan was always that if this area didn't work out, we would immediately move 50 miles inland. So he kind of assumes when he pulls up, everything's dismantled and put into this, what looks like a medieval castle, basically fortified barracks. So he assumes they were under some kind of pressure of attack. Finds the note that he told them to write in the designated place that he told them to write it. So he finds the word Croatoan, wrote in perfectly 5 feet above the ground, perfect letters, like not written in distress. But the key thing that's missing is there's no Maltese cross. That Maltese cross was the sign for distress. If they were going to leave their area under any other circumstances than like willfully traveling, they were to leave that Maltese cross. And White did not find it.
How are you supposed to like carve something like super quick like that?
Yeah, you'd be lucky if you got a,
Yeah, I'm sure it's crude, whatever it is. I'm sure if
Especially if I'm
he
in
just saw
distress.
any kind of cross above it, he would have been like,
Yo, that's
"Oh,
all I would have been doing. I'd be like, yo, X, I'm
That's a
fucked. Help
stupid
me.
colonist man plan. It's like, no, if I'm under distress, we need the shortest possible thing that I'm carving in a tree.
How about
Yeah.
a D for distress?
Like-
That's pretty on the nose.
Deuces. It's like, we're gone.
But no, I wrote Croatoan in perfect cursive script on this tree.
And perfected by, yeah. Oh, jeez.
I don't know. I mean, again, what was you can't write on paper. You write in the sand. It's gone.
Yeah, no, that's all fine. I'm just saying
Yeah, I
we
know.
would have developed some wicked shorthand for the distress.
Oh yeah,
Nothing
let me
is
just
shorthand though.
carve
That's
this
one thing that
ornate-
frustrates me about all these people. Oh, they're
Yeah, that's all
talking is
well
wrong.
and good and peace. I
writing's
can be
wrong.
like, woo, but yeah, no, we're not spelling out and drawing.
Like I had to
crosses.
Google Maltese cross the other day. It's
Yeah,
like,
just it is elaborate. Like you're right. Like
It is.
It's harder to draw than just a cross for sure.
yeah.
So I'm like,
Um,
but okay.
all right, so he finds this fortress, and he basically assumes like would have took months to build, like engineering planning. Like this is pretty elaborate, taking multiple workers. They go inside, they find like metal bars and some small weaponry and like smaller stuff like scattered around, but all like the stuff that was useful that could have been taken with the people is gone. So it looks like they left. Like I said, the plan was to go 50 miles inland, so he's assuming they're either there or Croatoan Island. So he tries to get the ship captain to say, hey, like my family and everybody's over here. Look, they said they're over there. Take me.
Like no, dude. You said they were here. This
Exactly.
is where I'm taking you.
Yep. And that's what they said to him. They said, we are not going anywhere else to look for your family. You're already holding us up. We are on a pirating mission.
Yeah,
Like,
the balloons waiting for me, and
yeah.
I'm not seeing any more here. So fuck off.
Yep. So White is basically forced to kick rocks and go back to England with
Nothing.
no idea what happened to him.
I'm sorry, but at this point, he should have enough decency to just put himself in the situation that he left his people and a bunch of women and children in
Just stay there and look for them and
go.
So he
I'm
should have made a
sorry.
canoe and like rowed over.
I
to
don't care. At this
Croatoan.
point, try something. I'm curious. how hard did he really try? The
I don't
guy's like,
think he
no,
tried
I don't
hard.
really want to do that. And he's like, well, okay. Yeah. Let me just
You
get back on the
twisted my
jet.
arm.
Like, he didn't even really go back. He just said that. Like, he really just paid the pirateers to say that he went back.
No, just say I don't think he tried that hard to. I'm curious if he tried that hard to
Well,
like.
I don't
You
know.
really won't take me to look for my family?
Oh no!
Oh, that sucks.
It's like,
I
oh no,
tried.
don't pull up the gangway. Don't
Yeah.
wait. Oh,
Wait,
I
no.
mean,
like, it's just all meek in the corner. Like, oh, too bad, you guys. I guess
like,
we have
I
to
mean,
go.
they did carve.
Oh,
the
you guys already
knights
unfurled
in
the
tree.
sail and raised anchor.
Yeah.
We got to go
That's
back
fair.
now.
Yeah,
Well, he's
this
back.
guy.
You
he's
can't just
awesome.
yell belay that all the time.
So he goes back. He lives for a short while longer. He dies in 1593. He wrote down his last words, and they were, I would to God my wealth were answerable to my will. Basically, wishing that he had enough money to fulfill his will and finding his family.
Damn.
Okay.
Maybe
was
if you would
there.
have fucked off and went to
Sorry,
Dublin
bud.
and then Morocco and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
man. I don't know. Is he to blame? Like, is he the one? Like, should we just blame this all on White and just be like, hey, it's your fault?
Well, one, I'm
So-
blaming it on the whites and a cup. So
Yeah.
Couple
So
Whites.
a
what was
couple
their-
whites.
What was their incentive for these families to go there?
That I don't know. I should have looked that up. I was curious. I kind of always like most of them weren't they like just running from like religious persecution,
Yeah, they just wanted
like
to start their own
Protestant, like
thing.
trying to just
Yeah.
not be super like I don't know what the word is.
Oppressed.
Yeah, like
They were
pious
tired of
or
the queen's
whatever.
shit
I mean, I'd be tired of Queen shit too.
all day.
I mean, I don't think she was really listening to many people, so
Mm-mm.
probably would have just cut my head off anyway.
Yeah, they
I'm
They
pretty
didn't.
attached to it, so
Did it.
shameless dad joke.
So, why is this mystery still so important?
Because
'Cause-
nobody's found shit.
We don't have definitive evidence of these people. Assumptions are there's 114 to 116 bodies that should be discoverable, which basically begs the question, did all these people die somehow and not leave remains? Like, that's the only option. Like, what other
right.
excuses there for there not being
Do you
any
guys think that like maybe like the Croatoans kind of just like were like, hey man, let's bury the proverbial hatchet and like be friends?
yeah,
But then
maybe
at the same time, then like
people still die,
yeah,
and even with
Yeah.
assimilation, you would still find remains that would have like, European DNA markers and all that stuff.
true. And somebody
Oh.
would have had to have like been able to be like, yo, like at some point gone back to England and be like, yo, I'm from Roanoke and this is what happened.
Well, yeah, if they ever even.
If they went with the Croatoan people.
But so there are. We'll talk about this now. There are obviously there's been archaeology expeditions for years. They've been doing this since like the 1940s, 1947.
Yeah, when I
they
was in
started-
school, they were talking about this because it's
Yeah.
like right in my backyard. Yeah.
Yeah. So they started excavations looking for remains and stuff. In 2008, sorry, they started using ground penetrating radar, which you would think like if they were going to find something, this technology would be the one to help them. They found a watchtower and a workshop. Still no graves, no cemetery, no bodies.
You think like they could have gotten like eroded from like hurricanes and stuff like that?
I
Over,
would
like, all
say
this time?
maybe some, but the thing is the number. Like you're saying that the 200 some odd bones and 116 people all eroded so completely that we can't find a tooth. Like that's crazy.
What so the Croatoan, what were they, a like migratory tribe or were they more settled?
They were settled. That was their area,
Okay.
But they were already a mixed group. Like I said, their leader is baptized into the Catholic Church, so he is sympathetic to at least that part of the colonists. So I'm sure there's a much more like diverse group, and I'm sure if the settlers were struggling and the Croatoans were able to help them, and it was like women and children, it didn't look, like a bunch of soldiers, they probably would have extended the hand to try to help.
That's
Yeah.
what I kind of think too. Yeah.
So yeah, let me explain. So they found the watchtower, they found the workshop. Like Josh was just saying, part of the concern is erosion, and part of it is that it may be underwater. So a lot of this area has been eroded away, just the sand and the shore, and about 928 feet of the original land that the colonists would have been on is underwater.
That's a lot of land.
Presented a problem for a long time until 2006 and 2007 when we developed the technology, LiDAR, and to be able to go under. I don't know if anybody's ever seen these things. They're pretty cool. They're like big drums that they lower into deep water and then suck all the water out of that area of the drum. So then people are just on the ocean floor, like in a little bubble, so they can excavate and do all that stuff and find stuff.
Oh
Now that's
yeah, that
kinda-
is. I've seen that. Yeah, it's like
that
a
would
big
really freaking cool
bubble box thing.
Yeah, a lot of times
wow.
it's just a cylinder, and they're able
Yeah.
to like pressurize it that the water stays out. But yeah, they have that stuff now, and they have found remains, but they're all Civil War period remains. No colonial debris in this area.
Now, why hasn't James Cameron been on this yet?
It's not deep enough.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
There are two interesting archaeological sites. They call them Site X and Site Y. They were discovered between 2012 and 2017, and they have a bunch of artifacts on them. Indigenous artifacts, some colonial artifacts, but nothing to definitively say like this is where this colony ended up. Like I mentioned before, there was assimilation. So for years they've been trading and using each other's goods and techniques. So we can't say just because like you found a brush from England in a Native American or indigenous like site that was like an English person that lived in that site.
Right.
It could have
that
been
brush could have been traded,
stolen, so those are not definitive facts. Site X has pottery and gun parts and some like inglet, which is like a metal lace. And the thing that they say about this is that none of these artifacts are found anywhere else except Roanoke and Jamestown. So there is like heavy speculation that it is at least colonial stuff, but we can't say Roanoke or the colonists at Roanoke at least. And again, at both of these sites, another confounding part is that archaeologists surveying these sites say that these are not sites of large groups. There's maybe 6 to 10 individuals at these sites.
Okay.
Definitely not the 200-esque people that we were looking for.
Right.
Definitely not. So they've done obviously now at Hatteras Island, which is ancient Croatoan island. They found a bunch of stuff. Again, just like artifacts, though. They found a sword, they found a gun lock, a writing slate, some buttons, 10-carat gold ring. No graves, no bodies, no bones. Nothing to say that these people were here.
So I wonder what like the Croatoan, like what their burial rituals would have been.
Yeah,
for
I don't know what
themselves.
theirs. We could probably look it up. If there was a distinct, I guess, but the only thing that would get rid of them completely would be like to burn them, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to like
Or-
burn hot enough to like get rid of bones, so there'd still be like all these bones everywhere. Because it's not like they were like cremating these people; they probably just did them on like pyres.
So Croatoan funeral traditions are deeply rooted in Roman Catholic practices. Typically involves a wake, a funeral, mass, and a burial.
Yeah, I was going to say as soon as you said Catholic, I was like, we're not burning. Okay.
Nobody's getting burnt today.
The number one, well, there is a group of people
Burial at sea.
that think what?
I said burial at sea.
Oh, I mean,
Burial
I
at
guess
sea.
they could just push it all in the boat and just sink it. There is a group of people called the Lumbee people who do claim that they have descendants that were the colonists. They do carry some of the surnames. So Dare, Berry, Cooper, these people do have the surnames. They have been genetically tested. The problem is we have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah, you could genetically test somebody all day long, but if you have nothing to compare it to, you're pretty much just doing nothing.
Yeah, there are slight like European markers in their DNA, but again, nothing definitive that says, this is where they came from. It's 400 years later. They could have it from, anywhere. I think this is my personal opinion, and from what I've read, it seems like it's the most agreed upon opinion, is that at some point the colonists split up for one reason or another, and some went to site X, some went to site Y, some went with the Croatoans, and then some went maybe somewhere else. Still does not answer why we don't have bones or graves or records or anything.
Yeah, no structures, no graves, no nothing.
Yeah, they just disappeared.
Buttons and swords.
Another like little bit of a haunting fact is that White gets to that settlement, that fort, and there's like none of the canoes or boats or backpacks or like stuff you would travel with is all gone. So like people left.
It's just like they just like evaporated.
Yeah, but there's no like trail. Like there's not like, bring a kid anywhere. They're leaving shit behind. Like, if you leave with like 2 kids, you're leaving no matter what, you're turning around.
Also, if you're leaving somewhere mass exodus with like upwards of 100 people, there's gonna be like a definitive like trail.
Yeah. And they supposedly told them where they were going and nothing.
See, that's what I kind of wonder, if at some point it had to have gotten so desperate that some men, or at least small groups, had to venture out to try somewhere else or something. I don't know.
Well, you can imagine the only thing is peace talks. You're never going to hunt enough to sustain. I mean, that's like almost 100 babies are not really eating that much, but 115 people have to be fed, and then have to be fed enough to be able to work and produce.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
What I mean, if they just started, breaking off that way and then the building of the fort is scary because.
But that also implies that at least for a short period of time, most of the men were probably there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wonder.
The Spanish would have said they wouldn't have cared, and they certainly wouldn't have taken any bodies with them.
Nope.
Yeah,
the same thing with the indigenous. If you were slaughtering these people, it was a message to someone.
And you wouldn't take them alive on purpose. That just because then you got to feed them. I mean,
especially at this time.
Yeah, no.
And then, so even if they did, that means they left with all their stuff, got raided. All their stuff would be thrown all over a trail somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then there'd be bodies. There's no bodies. That's the biggest thing is that somehow,
or however White got picked up to go back to England.
They all just jumped on a ship and left,
and it didn't work out in their favor.
They sunk.
That is actually a pretty good theory. Like someone did come try to save them, and then that ship was just raided at sea and burned, and everyone
just wrecked
100 miles.
Damn, I never thought about that.
It's a good point. That is definitely a possibility.
I still like aliens.
Definitely aliens. Just beamed up.
They just got beamed. Beamed.
I don't know if the aliens would want them. This was so poorly thought out. I don't know that they deserve to be probed. I don't think it was aliens.
Can you imagine like those like prude Protestants? Like, you want to do what with what?
Get away from me, devil.
I know about Sodom and Gomorrah. You're not coming near me with that thing, Mr. Alien. All right. Well, First of all, if you're listening and you have theories, let us know. You can hit us up on Instagram. You can email us. You can put it down in comments. Anywhere. If you do not follow us, you can follow us wherever you get podcasts. And if you have not rated us already, 5 stars is the only stars.
Correct.
If you have topics you would like to see us cover or hear us cover, let us know. Anything else from you, wonderful humans?
No, I mean, other than if you want to be a guest, hit us up, ssospodcast@gmail.com.
But if like you are an archaeologist and you have been to Roanoke and you've been in that cool underwater excavating thing, hit us up.
Yeah, I have underwater excavating questions.
So do I. Of course, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. We have a bunch of new topics coming down the pipe. We also, like I said, are anticipating the new side quest, which will be a ton of fun. We'll be able to cut loose a little bit and just get super strange. And if you guys, like I said, you guys want to be guests, email us, hit us up on Instagram. Otherwise, stay curious, stay strange. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Thank you for listening. If you would like to join us as a guest, suggest a topic, or have a story you want us to share, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at ssospodcast@gmail.com. For more behind-the-scenes updates and exclusive insights about SSOS, make sure to follow us on social media. And don't miss out on the fun. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you for listening to the Secret Society of Strangers podcast. This show is an independent production, researched and crafted by our passionate team. But we couldn't do it without all of you. We truly appreciate your support. Embrace the unknown, for not all secrets are meant to be kept. Farewell, strangers.